Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Whiteboard Friday. I'm Austin, the co-founder of Lambda School, and today we're going to talk about how to succeed as a Lambda School student. So we spent a little bit of time this week talking with the Lambda School staff about what they see in the students that succeed as Lambda School students, and we're going to talk about what those things are so that as you go through your Lambda School journey, you can try to embody those principles. So as we talked with the Lambda School staff and instructors about what it really takes to be a successful Lambda School student, the number one thing that everybody mentioned is ownership, and that is a student taking ownership of his or her success or of his or her learning. No matter how hard we try as a staff or no matter what we do on the instruction side, at the end of the day, it's all up to you as the student. You have to put in the work, you have to learn the things that you need to learn, and otherwise there's nothing that any school anywhere can do to help you. And the second point along those lines is overcoming learned helplessness. A lot of people, especially having gone through the traditional K through 12 education system, you kind of get into this path where unless somebody tells you exactly what to do and exactly how to do it, you can't do that thing. Unfortunately, in computer science, that's just not possible. Nobody can sit down and tell you exactly what you need to do. So to succeed in Lambda School, there will be times when you don't fully understand something and you just have to start. You just have to start playing with something. It may not be correct, but you have to start writing lines of code. That's an unfamiliar feeling for many people because we're used to just expecting things to be handed to us, but that just fundamentally does not work as an engineer. It doesn't work in computer science, and frankly, it's not the real way to learn anyway. So one of the most difficult things for a Lambda School student to learn is how to just, take a step into the darkness, put one foot in front of the other, and even if you don't understand all of the details of everything, because that's impossible in computer science, to just start writing code, start figuring things out, and see what happens that way. That way of learning isn't by any means unique to computer science, but it's what is required to be a good software engineer. So we do our best to make sure that you learn how to do that. Another thing that we find students have to learn as they're enrolled in Lambda School is learning how to problem solve. We find that a lot of students that have done particularly well in K through 12 education and even in college, they're really good at being given a task and doing exactly that task. But that doesn't really teach you how to learn. That doesn't really teach you how to problem solve. So when I say problem solve, I mean taking a big problem, breaking it down into small pieces, figuring out how to attack those little pieces, and from first principles, deconstructing this huge mess and figuring out what's broken and then fixing it. We'll talk about that all the time in Lambda School, but learning that process of breaking things down into less complex parts, solving those individual parts is very, very important if you're going to succeed in Lambda School and in engineering in general. And then the fourth thing is just putting in reps. Lambda School student wrote a blog post a while back, and I'll put that in the comments below, that talks about Lambda School being a personal trainer. And I think that's the perfect way to think of it. No matter what your personal trainer does, they can't lift the weights for you. So we can give you guidance, we can give you direction, we can give you challenges, we can help you when you're stuck, but Lambda School cannot eventually lift the weights for you. You have to write the lines of code on your own, and no matter how good the training is, if you don't lift those weights, it doesn't matter. So even if you're a little bit confused, even if you're wondering what's happening, just put in the reps, trust the process, and it will all work out in the end. Trust us on that. And thanks again for watching this Whiteboard Friday. I'm Austin, the co-founder of Lambda School. If you're a Lambda School student or a graduate and you have some tips on how to be successful in Lambda School, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. And we'll leave them there for posterity and future students and other students to see. Thank you so much.